Hey y'all, it's my review for the Real Housewives of New York, episode 6. I really enjoyed this one. I think this is my favorite episode so far. I just really love how they're like building the season up. Because the drama is coming, and I actually heard that the mid-season trailer is dropping today. If it does drop while I'm doing this review, I'll definitely go over it right quick. But anyway, the episode opens, and the event that everyone's getting ready to go to is Erin's 10-year anniversary wedding celebration. We start out with Uba taking Erin to see Jacob the jeweler. Yes, the Jacob the jeweler, who was the go-to person for all the rappers and some celebrities for all their jewelry. He then went to prison and had a little Martha Stewart bounce back. I'm guessing he's still popular. Prison had no effect on him. I mean, it must be nice to be a part of the 1%. Anywho, I didn't know Erin and Uba were that close, but yeah, she really gave her the hookup to get free jewelry, for her 10-year anniversary, just to wear for that night. So she's gonna be wearing at least maybe $1 million worth of jewelry. That's a good friend. Meanwhile, we're with Jessel and Brynn, who are at this high-end boutique looking for dresses. Brynn, I love you, but she gotta do something with that hair. I saw that she has a black beautician, but why her hair looks so damn puffy? What is it, y'all? Ladies, help me out. She needs a conditioner, something. The hair ain't hairing. Anyway, they're being shady already. Jessel brings it to Brynn's attention that on Erin's anniversary invite, there are a ton of sponsors seen at the bottom. When I say ton, I'm thinking at least 10 at the bottom. Now, me thinking from the outside, I'm wondering what's wrong with that? You're getting all this paid for, but I'm guessing it is tacky to say, oh, this is brought to you by so-and-so, so-and-so. I was talking to my friend and he said, if you can't do it big without sponsors, don't do it at all. And do y'all agree? I'm guessing it's because it's something as personal as a wedding anniversary, or a birthday or something. It's tacky, but I don't know. Jessel, I see you. They talking about, oh, you think you're gonna have to pay for bottle service, or you need a promoter to walk you in? Oh, they are shady. So we're back with Erin and Uba, and Erin's telling her about her relationship with Jessel and how she's trying to move forward and she's not one to hold grudges. That's why she's inviting her. We then come back to Jessel and Brynn, where Jessel is saying her point of view between her and Erin, and saying that, yeah, she's trying to move forward too. She gave her an all-inclusive apology. I also want to point out that Brynn loves playing both sides, because just in the last episode, she was kikiing with Sai and Erin about Jessel. And now in this scene, you have her talking to Jessel about Erin. But as they're talking, though, Jessel thinks that Erin may be the common denominator because she gets into it with everybody. Her, Brynn, Jenna, she got mad at Sai before. They're thinking it's her. And not to be an Erin apologist, I heard all the rumors about her outside the show, but these ladies have been pushing her buttons since the season started. They've been pretty rude to her, as well as standing her up with the dinner thing at Catch, and then being in her house and critiquing everything. So it's not just coming from nowhere. Next scene, we're now just seeing a day in the life of Jenna Lyons. I like her a lot. I just really relate to her quirkiness and the way she interacts socially. I don't know who this Emily woman she's talking to. Apparently she's an actress as well as Jenna's client. If y'all know who she is, let me know. Apparently this woman was first introduced to her as a dating prospect, and now she's just a friend as well as a client. Yeah, not much is happening in this scene. We can move on. Next scene, we are with Erin and her husband on a date night. And side note, I just want to point out that we're in the Upper East Side, I think for the first time in 6 episodes. In the old RHONY, that's all we were in was the Upper East Side. So I love this change. Because truth be told, nobody be going to Upper East Side like that. It should be its own borough. So they're at this nice restaurant. We find out that they've been together for 12 years, married 10. Now, when they sit down, did y'all notice that in the background, this man is in a booth with a penguin? Not a real penguin, but just a fake stuffed penguin? I was like, what the hell? I definitely need an answer for this. If anybody knows, drop it in the comments. Or if Andy's asking questions for the reunion coming up, that's definitely going to be my first question. Anyway, during their dinner, I just thought it was funny. They were talking about not really going to the Upper East Side that much. And Erin saying she doesn't like to go above Canal Street. Canal Street, girl? Now, my New York people, y'all know how far down Canal Street is and you don't want to go nowhere near above that? Come on. I mean, not even Midtown? I had to open my map of Manhattan to see what she was talking about. That's not even like East or West Village. That's below that. I wonder when the last time she been to Harlem. It's so funny. As they're talking, we can still see this man in the background, like by himself with a penguin next to him. Like, it's just so hard to ignore. We also found out that Erin's husband proposed to her after 9 months. Like, she got married at 25. Also, I just found out that Erin is younger than me. Hey, look, I'm just glad that I look good for my age. Let's just say that. Oh my God, talk about a smooth ass reveal. I was still kind of just blown away by like how perfect that was. How when he presented her that bigger ring. So the waitress is over and he lets her know that he doesn't like his drink. He gets a Don Julio on the rocks, and the waitress asks him, do you want on the rocks or a big rock? He was like, oh, a big rock. And then Erin's like, oh, I want a big rock. So then he goes into his coat, which is why he didn't check his coat, and presents her this big ass diamond. The only way this could have been planned, because you know I'm cynical as hell, was if the waitress and Erin were both in on it. And that's not really likely. So it's really crazy how perfect that reveal was. I thought this was extremely sweet and I like them as a couple. Like, there's no one on here that I can't stand. Yet. Erin is fully gagged and taken aback. He is definitely getting him some tonight. Hell, I wouldn't blame Erin if she blowed him at the table. So next scene, we're with Jessel at her house. She calls her husband to come in and she's looking for preschools for her twins. Now this is very important to her, but it doesn't seem like the highest priority to her husband. Like, she wants the very top prestigious preschool in New York. She's talking about the international one. They have ones in Hong Kong, Europe. He's like, but they're gonna be in New York. And she says, well, they teach Mandarin. And he's like, well, they can barely speak English now. Like, he has a quip for everything she's saying. She's like, oh, well, this one celebrities go to. And he's like, are you serious? $62,000 a year for them to color? He has a point though. It's pre-K. Pre-K, like naps, coloring, ABCs. I'm with him on that. I wonder what school she put them in present day. I mean, it ain't tricking if you got it. They're probably at the expensive preschool. I actually like this couple as well. They're pretty funny together. I didn't mind this scene. And also, Jess will be saying a lot of things where I'm just like, girl, you didn't know that? Like, she types in socially inept to describe her kids, not knowing what that mean apparently. And then her husband said, babe, you're an English major. I know she must be at home watching this season back through spliced fingers, embarrassed as fuck, because I would be too. So next scene, we're at Sai's residence where we get a glimpse at her family life. Sai, I love this confessional look. Really pretty. It's always funny seeing the wives talk to the husbands about their drama with the other ladies. Because I'm just wondering, do y'all husbands really care? But with this situation, this is the second time Sai's husband has given some words of wisdom because it seems like Sai lacks empathy. I'm getting ahead of myself, but Sai tells her husband that she doesn't understand why Jessel's getting so offended by the fact that someone's called her a princess. He tells her that you have to understand that she just had twins, like she's getting back into work, she's juggling a lot of things. If I was that busy and someone said I was pampered, I'd be pretty offended too. And when he puts it that way, Sai understands where Jessel's coming from. Ooh, and then he shades her too. He said, I find it funny that the ladies come to you about feelings. We cut to her confession and she's saying she just has a tendency of being hard on people because of her upbringing, how hard she had it. We then see Sai telling her husband about Erin's 10-year anniversary coming up, and he does not look very excited to go. But I am curious to see if we're going to have all the couples go to an event together. I would love to see that dynamic. Next scene is the day of Erin's anniversary party, and we just get a little montage, all the ladies getting ready. Jenna, she's trying to pick out the right outfit. She went with the right choice at the end. Jessel, she's getting her makeup done while she's talking to her husband. Jessel without makeup, it's a little ghastly, but look, she's still a beautiful woman. She just looks like, in this particular moment, the witch from Snow White. The way she talks to her husband, she talks to him like a little brother or something. Like he just constantly annoys her, or she's like needling him, or maybe that's just their dynamic. I do like it though, but it's just funny to me how she talks to him. We're back with Erin, and she gets a FaceTime from Uba, and unfortunately, she has COVID and can't make it to the event. This really sucks for Uba because I already had the complaint of her not really stepping up for the show. So for her to miss like the first big event, it just sucks. Cause I like her, I wanna like her, but she needs to bring it more on this show. Like she's giving friend of energy, not housewife. So then we fast forward to later in the evening to Erin's event. She goes in, and this party definitely reminds me of, y'all remember Nicole from Miami? Like her engagement party that was also in a bank is giving the exact same vibes. So awkward moment between Erin, her dad, and his girlfriend. So when she greets them, I'm guessing to her dad, it looks like her titty is out or something like that, and he tells her about it. But then before that, you see his girlfriend staring at her chest in like a disapproving way, and then looks directly into the camera. Go back and look at it. It was funny as it was awkward. So I know what you're thinking. It's nighttime. What's going on? Well, I didn't get to finish my review earlier today. I had to go and eat, and then I had an edible. Now it's like midnight, and I'm like, shit, I gotta finish this review. So let's continue. So then we see Erin being delivered the jewelry by Jacob's company. It comes with its own bodyguard because she's gonna be wearing $1 million worth of jewelry, which I think is the best gift Uba could give her. I really didn't know they were that close, so I can't wait to see how they fall out later in the season. So here comes judgmental ass Brynn in another fur coat number. She is dressed like Joanne the Scammer right now. Also, isn't it a faux pas for her to be wearing white? I'm just checking. I could be wrong. And I noticed she's wearing sunglasses indoors at night because she said her eyes are bloodshot. Probably because she was pre-gaming before she got there. Brynn see all these men around, and she's like a kid in a candy store right now. We see Jessica and her husband arrive, and they look very cute. So Jenna Lyons arrives, and we're welcome to another socially awkward moment where she's grabbing Erin's ass, and for some reason, I guess Erin doesn't feel that, maybe because she's wearing a metal dress, it seems. But Jenna keeps grabbing her ass until Erin realizes it. Poor Jenna has Erin's family just staring at her, including her young son. Also, y'all, I apologize for this janky review. Like, I really tried to finish this earlier today, but look, having a social life, this is my first off day in 5 days, so I had to do something. So Sai arrives with a slick bob, and unfortunately for her to be the fashion girl, I like her look the least of everyone there. So some time passed by, and we see Brynn is doing what she does best, complaining. Like, girl, when are you gonna put on an event like this? As luxurious. I'm still questioning your coin. Now, you a nice girl, Brynn, but I'm gonna continue to read you whenever you're doing too much. So she hears somebody break something. She's like, Opa, don't worry, it's sponsored. It's hard to be mad at her. Like, she's the perfect housewife. Oh, and look, we have our first Housewives crossover for this particular season. So it turns out that Erin knows Meredith Marks. Now, I was glad to see Meredith Marks, but unfortunately she came with her spoiled, obnoxious son. And speaking of Salt Lake City, y'all, I'm still on the fence on whether I should review it or not. A week before it airs, I will do a poll, and if the poll majority says yes, then I'm gonna review it. See, now just how Brynn made me laugh, now I'm just side-eyeing her for hitting on Erin's husband at their 10th anniversary. Like, I don't know, that's how you get your ass whipped, Brynn. Like, if she would have came up to you and smacked the shit out of you, she would have been within full right. You don't play like that. I don't care how good you know Erin. Erin's husband is being a good sport about it, but he's clearly uncomfortable. How did Brynn not see how inappropriate that was? And of course, after this aired, she felt the heat from the fans, and then she wrote this big paragraph saying that, like, I was just kidding. It was a dumb moment. I'll definitely apologize soon afterward. Okay, but looking at what's going to happen in the next episode, it looked like you didn't feel that way at first. And then you got Jessel messy ass laughing while Brynn is still flirting with Erin's husband. Jessel, how would you like if somebody did that to your husband? Because you know you ain't fucking him right now, so it's going to be easy for the next chick to get him. So then Brynn tells Erin's husband that it's not you that I'm interested in. I'm interested in Erin's dad. I want her to call me mom. Like, is that where she got her tagline from? I thought she actually dated someone's dad on the show, because that would still be a gag if she did. Brynn is so aware of what she's doing right now. She's trashing her party as well as hitting on her husband. The audacity of these chicks. So a little later, we cut to Jenna, Sai, and Jessel talking, and Jenna knows this very handsome white guy, like, on the floor. She's like, oh yeah, he's cute. And then the ladies ask her, like, would you still have sex with a man? And she said, yeah. But then she lets them know that she broke up with the person that she was talking to. She says in her confessional she's been dating this person for a year, and it's just disappointing, like, how you get excited at first for something to be, and then it doesn't happen. Jenna, girl, I know exactly how you feel. Like 2 months ago, look, I was on date 5 and I was thinking, damn, I might actually be in a relationship. Then poof, the ninja showed up. Y'all know what word I want to use. It's fine though, because I could do bad all by myself. Isn't that a book name or a movie name? Side note, Sai's bob in this scene is just so distracting because how perfect it's cut. Like, she's almost giving an Edna Mode tea, and it's distracting. The ladies, though, hearing this news are very supportive of Jenna, and they appreciate that she's finally opening up to them because she's very secretive. So a little later, we have the speaking portion of Erin's anniversary event. She's having a lot of her loved ones come and say some nice things about her and her husband as a couple. Now, to the ladies' vantage point, Jenna points out this man has 4 pages in his hand. But no, it does not stop there. It's not just one speaker. It is 5 speakers, not including Erin and her husband reading their vows to each other. So I kind of get the frustration of the other ladies. These speeches must have been so long. I wish production would have gave us timestamps. Child, they're on the 5th speaker for this event. The other ladies are just kikiing. Sai's asking Jenna, does she want to go to Nobu after this? Because Sai's hungry again at Erin's event. Things get a little awkward though when Erin's sister comes by to hush the ladies. Like, she does introduce herself, but then she just assumes that they're arguing, making noise, and trying to tell them how rude they are when they really weren't. And other people, like Brynn pointed out, are chit-chatting too. The awkwardness continues when Erin's mom tries to say hello to the ladies, but the ladies was like, well, we were told to be quiet. So then Erin's sister comes by and tells her own mom to pay attention. So as the ladies try to stay quiet, Erin and her husband finally get to the stage to read their vows to each other. Fast forward. So finally, when all the speaking is over with, we see the ladies having a good time, dancing, drinking, etc. And here goes Sai again complaining that she's hungry. According to her, she said there was no food at Erin's event. But I did see hors d'oeuvres being passed around. Like, I'm not sure why she didn't have actual food, but I don't know what it is with Erin trying not to feed people. I'm sorry, ain't no way Erin invited all those people and she didn't provide no food at the event. I think Sai just being a bitch. We see Sai now trying to rally the other ladies to go to Nobu with her, but meanwhile across from them, we see this poor girl's hair get caught on fire. Thankfully they let her know and she put it out, but I love that production caught it on camera. They shouldn't have said anything, just let her hair be on fire. Anywho, Sai has had enough. She's hungry, she don't feel like waiting on nobody, so she just goes to Nobu, leaves the party, doesn't even tell Erin goodbye. You can't be that hungry. And again, like my mom always said, do not put your stomach in anybody's hands. Sai knew that she was going to an Erin event, and likely there would be no food that she likes. She should have ate before she got there instead of being rude and leaving early. So as the credits roll in, we see the remaining ladies taking photos. Erin asks the ladies, like, where did Sai go? They let her know that she left, and it looks like Erin feels some type of way about that. And that's where the episode ends. According to Sai, she said she showed her support, and she felt like she didn't have to speak and say goodbye. Okay, well, we see in the next episode that they're definitely going to get into it, especially Erin and Brynn. This was a good episode to me, a lot of fun, shady moments. I really wish Uber was a part of it because, you know, I really think she should step it up. There's still about 6 or 7 episodes left of this season, so she has time. And speaking of that, We just got the mid-season trailer. I saw it about 2 hours ago. I am very excited, and I'm just so impressed by the pacing of this season. Like, it's a slow burn, we're getting to know the ladies, and it just reminds me of like just early Housewife episodes across all the franchises. And then the drama looks off the chain. So I can't wait to see how the rest of the season unfolds. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this particular episode. I'm gonna get some sleep and then edit this in the morning. Hopefully I will have this done and out by Thursday afternoon. Fingers crossed. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all for the next episode. Bye.